has not had rain. The second largest drought this city has ever experienced. And so as we saw last year, when the weather turned orange, when we see fires all across the country, when we have rainfalls that displaces thousands of people, we need our community gardens now more than ever. This fight is not just a fight for community gardens, it's a fight for climate justice. Then it doesn't matter where you live, because you're going to be displaced. And so there's no reason to pit housing and climate. It's one thing together, and that's what we're fighting for. And I want to thank everyone that's out here.
And so we as community gardens are declaring that it is no longer acceptable that our community gardens' contributions and worth continue to be questioned, devalued, dismissed, discarded, and displaced. And to that end, we demand the just protection and preservation of our community gardens. As the mayor, as far as the mayor's executive order is concerned, let's be clear. Let's be very, very clear. We community gardeners, we are not opposed to affordable housing. Many of us need affordable housing. Many of us are rent burning. We're not opposed to affordable housing. What we are opposed to, though, is community gardens being scapegoated for the housing crisis. And we're not going to go out like that. We're not accepting that.
Why it's not acceptable, I did the math. I spent hours looking at data at all the 600 gardens in the city, and I calculated. I also went to the New York City Parks Department website, and it actually matched my data. So community gardens are 0.1% of the land mass of New York. We are not a threat to housing.
There are over 50 green thumb gardens in my community. I believe I'm the only council member with the highest amount of green thumbs, 50, that provide a variety of resources to the local community where they serve, as sources of affordable fruits, vegetables, vibrant multi-use community spaces, and a place of escape and tranquility for those who just want to seek a space of refuge. These spaces are also used to educate our young people on the importance of conservation, ecology, farming, community, and so much more. Without these spaces, our communities will be indelibly and permanently transformed in adverse ways that will eliminate these vital urban sanctuaries from our communities. Today, I'm here to say, hands off! Hands off! Hands off! Hands off! Hands off!
Hands off! We also stand in the fact, Mr. Mayor, that affordable housing is affordable in whose eyes? Not ours. Mr. Mayor, our gardens are occupied, valued by the community. They provide drainage. The drainage we saw perform during Hurricane Sandy. Mr. Mayor, let me show you our rich gardens. It is there you'll find culture, you'll find diversity, and of all things, you'll find community. Our community, our neighborhoods are under attack. We have stood by silently as so much has been taken from us. When you mess with Elizabeth Gardens, you mess with all of us. At this point, Mr. Mayor, silence is not an option. Listen to our voices. Gracias, mi gente.
For all those anti-law that we had in our community, it was the people in our community who came and saved out of those anti-law. We cleaned it. We started cleaning it and planting and doing cultural events. It was not Green Thumb. When Green Thumb came, we were already there. Okay?
Saying the same thing that we're saying now, from the 90s, where they were pitted against affordable housing or senior housing. And that's just a divide and conquer tactic. It's an age-old tactic. We've seen it in every aspect of our government. It's a divide and conquer tactic because they know that when we stand together, we're stronger. And if you watch this documentary, you listen to these activists, these gardeners, they're saying the same things against a government that was creating these false dichotomies. And I imagine it's very threatening for a government and city agencies when the people of the community, run and manage public land, because that's what public land really is, right?
Yep.
Right. That's what public land really is, when it's managed and run by the people for the people, the land of the commons.
No more 43. We need strong and green. No more 43.